4 things about this truck that I really love. First of all, the power is unbelievable. When you're pulling something, you have a heavy load, you have that turbo kicking in while you're in the Rocky Mountains. It's almost effortless power. It's really makes the trip relaxing instead of stressful. The second thing is the Allison transmission. I've been here 11 years. We have never had one of these Allison trannies grenade. Now we fix little things, but we've never had one apart in the 11 years I've been here. And that just says how strong this transmission is. The rear axle is a locker G80. That means both wheels lock up when you're under 20 miles an hour. And when you want to get a big load going or a trailer going, those 2 wheels, when you're on gravel or loose soil, they kick in automatically to get you going. One other thing is, you know, diesel fuel's more expensive, but when you do the math, you get about 3 or 4 miles per gallon better with this truck on average. If you do 15,000 miles a year, you break about even or come a little ahead. The thing I like the most is when I go with my buddies with their gas truck, I'm always getting better fuel economy. It kind of irritates them, kind of makes me happy, makes the truck worth it. But the trip on the Rocky Mountains, I had my kids along, we're loaded, my wife brings the kitchen sink and everything else, and we're going uphill is easy, 10,000 feet high. But the thing that is the biggest difference between a heavy duty and a light duty is the sheer mass of the truck. When you're going across the plains and it's windy, the wind tends to push a smaller truck around. This thing is rock solid. One last comment as a perspective from a service director. This drivetrain has been around for 11 years, and they've been tweaking it and modifying it. It's really designed to go 200,000 miles without having any major issues. So it's designed with that intent in mind. So it's also designed to pull loads for that long. So it's been around a long time with rock solid reliability. And that's what you need if you're a business owner or if you're traveling with your family.
Thanks, Keith. Good morning. Well, we put it up on the lift here so you guys can see underneath the truck because we have a great looking truck in the lot, but you rarely get to see underneath the truck. So I would ask you all to come a little closer. That's why you got your safety glasses on. One of the things that we talk about on this truck that starts making a heavy duty is the frame. Our frame right here, look at our frame. We have a fully boxed frame. You've probably heard that before. Hydro frame in the front and then fully boxed in the back. What's different is the 2500 uses 60,000 pound tensile strength steel. Our nearest competitor, 38,000. Right there, the steel alone is twice as strong, or just about. The other thing that we use in our trucks, if you look right here, we use a 3-inch cross frame member that's right through the frame, and then we weld it on both sides. So this is just like a tank. And this is built just, you know, literally like a tank. Speaking of which, Keith mentioned and Greg mentioned the transmission. The Allison transmission right here, it's called the Allison 1000. It's a 6-speed transmission. Allison makes tank transmissions. They've made tank transmissions since 1951 for all of the different tanks in the military. So they have quite a reputation for strength. And when you have 765 foot-pounds of torque, you got to have a transmission that can handle that torque. And this truck definitely can handle that torque. We talk a lot about the Z71 package that makes our Silverados and our Sierras so popular, and the 1500 and on the 2500. And that's right here. That's a skid plate that covers your transmission and your oil cooler. There's also a skid plate up here in the front and a skid plate here in the back. And those are things that are the Z71. So when you hear the Z71, now you have a chance to actually see those are the skid plates that we talk about in the Z71. We have a 36-gallon gas tank here. This is the gas tank right here. It gives a range on this truck of 680 cruising miles, give or take, depending on what you're hauling. So just a tremendous amount of beef on this truck. It can haul 17,000 pounds on a fifth wheel, and 17.8 actually, and 13,000 just on the hitch alone. And then one of the things that GM has changed too is now we're undercoating all our frames, so you don't see any of the rust on the frame here, you can see that the frame has been undercoated. So just a phenomenal truck.